The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Texans on Sunday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Houston Texans. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Let's face it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free, and the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And the tight end goes in motion left. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Working with 2nd and 5 now. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And some strong running. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Henry To'o there to bring him down defensively.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Stroud looking to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. He's up to the 20. He stiff arms him, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. play action. It's Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack. Well, on that one, they go with the play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 2. Woods the receiver in motion right. Stroud. And now he'll step up and run it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Stroud. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's got this down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Stroud to throw it. This is caught. It's Woods. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 33 yards that time. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Mixon. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Stays on his feet, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And Stroud now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To the right side, this is Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
A throw out wide to Woods, complete.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to Mixon on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Mills. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon.
He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Escaping the pressure right.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Again, Herbert. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
Still third down.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Mills now.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Final play of the half, Mills.
Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports.
Entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, here's Mills.
That's complete. It's Collins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And from the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Herbert off of play action.
That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, L.A.
Ladd McConkey.
59 yards.
And the Chargers are back within a score. 8 touchdowns for the rookie in the regular season. Now he's got his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it's certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. There's the stiff arm. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Mills. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Mixon.
Now he's into the clear again.
And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers 30.
84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And Mr. Reliable shows those legs again here in the playoffs.
And what do coaches tell us all the time? In the playoffs, the team that runs the football well will win the game and ultimately be a champion. they're trying to prove that fact today.
Setting the tone on the ground. To Mixon on the check down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And picked up by the Chargers. And now the rookie's free. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Well, now how about this return?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Mills and the Texans now come up with a 1st and 10
at the 33-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw is Mills.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Once again, they run with Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
To throw, Mills.
He finds his running back, Mixon.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll give it to Mixon. And diving to try to get the first down. He's going to be a little bit shy of the marker. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Mixon again.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now Mills. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go, Shaq.
Throwing, Mills. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. Well, now they'll try the end around. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Dobbins fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Dobbins once more, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chargers go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Houston's offense taking over again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Deion Henley able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Stroud out of the gun here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 78 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Another run here with Dobbins. Down to about the 45.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Now it's Herbert. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Fights through it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being... Touchdown! Quentin Johnston. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 15 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins. 41 yards. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Fairbairn good with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Up past the 30, second down coming up. Now a 2nd and 6. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So Stroud and the Texans down by 8. Just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. They'll get this complete to Collins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here's Stroud. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chargers ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Herbert. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. A big play here, crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Houston set to take over. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
Now it's Mixon running right. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Returnable here for Davis. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Chargers getting set to go.
Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10.
Herbert now. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Herbert. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now, but in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
Well, we know they need a touchdown here to keep their season going, and on that play, wasting no time to try to push that ball downfield, partner.
Yeah, and even though the season's hanging in the balance on this drive, I don't know what you see, but I don't see any fear in the eyes of this offense. They're dialing up big plays, risky throws. They'll do whatever it takes to match touchdown for touchdown. And in this moment, they need to play the best they have all season, and they certainly appear to be ready to rise to the occasion.
Trying to keep their season alive, down 7 in overtime. And they'll, of course, need to score before time runs out in the period as they work on second down. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. Now Stroud. On the move right. He's going to tuck it and go. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Well, here we go. Now it's gut check time. They need to convert here to keep the series and their season alive.
And obviously, this is their biggest snap of the season. And across the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
Well, the change in rules from the regular season to the playoffs at least gave both teams, Charles, an opportunity, but it turns out the team who scored first got the victory.
They certainly did, partner, but it wasn't as simple as getting a quick touchdown and calling it a day because they need a standout performance from both sides of the ball to earn this win in overtime, and they got it.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Houston, good night, everybody.